people. But yeah, I think he would be a really underestimated player because people will just think he's dumb. But I don't think he's dumb. I think he's pretty smart, and plus he's funny. Who doesn't love a funny guy?
That's true, and I think right now at this stage, it's either Mr. Spectacular or Brett.
Yeah.
In that slot, and the reason why I put Jesse on there is because on my list is Jesse has been one of the most asked back house guests. The cast and the producers love him.
Yeah.
And even though he wasn't able to this time around, they did when they did the Final 5 movies, this Netflix and chill. Jesse was the end shot.
Yeah.
That means by having Jesse there, meaning that his presence was missed.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think Jesse, and not to mention, I think Jesse is a physical. He's been, even though he's been asked back, when I talked to him earlier this year or corresponded with him, he said that he wouldn't have an advantage because he was only seeing the house guests 1 or 2 hours, so he doesn't study the game.
Yeah, I don't think he studies the game. I think he's worried about his own life. And, I mean, a lot of these people may not even watch the show. Like, the people that I've mentioned, they just are casual viewers. They don't really, look into the game as much. But I feel like, Jesse would probably be a really great choice.
Now, another person on your list that I think also got the same treatment that Eric has gotten is Matt Hoffman.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Matt's a great player, although he had a lot of controversy in his season with the whole strategy about his wife. I don't think it was that evil. I mean, people will do things to do whatever it takes to get the money. I think that he took an approach that not a lot of people have taken. We've seen Johnny Fairplay in Survivor, what he did.
With the grandmother.
Yeah, so I really think that Matt was just taking a different approach, and I feel like that approach, obviously, as we know now, is not the best approach. It doesn't make him a bad person. No, I don't think it does. I think he's just different. And
here's the thing: Matt was the first member of the brigade to get voted off, and I think Matt is somebody we need. Players, that old school fans would like to see him back because he's good with Rachel, he's good with Brittany, and if Rachel Riley, Rachel Riley will be asked back no matter what.
For sure, yeah.
She may need an ally, and Matt Hoffman could be that ally.
Yeah, that's true, because they know each other a lot, so that would make a lot of sense, yeah.
Alrighty, so we got to get to a good person that would be a really good fit that fans, what we talked about earlier, Tyler. He's also on my list as well. I think, love him or hate him, at the time I was happy that he lost the game because the way he treated Scotty, the way he gaslighted Sam, and how he allegedly caused Bailey and Spike to lose their kid. And I'm saying allegedly.
Yeah, because we don't know for sure, but yeah.
And how he treated Caitlyn as well. So I was happy that he lost. But now, looking back on it now, I think he does have a chance needs to have a chance for redemption. Yeah,
I'm not going to lie. When I was watching, I really did want him to win because, if you watch back the season, he was, him versus Casey, you didn't really see Casey that much in the beginning of the season at all. She really had no screen time. It was Tyler just manipulating everybody's head of households and all that stuff. So I really think he deserves another shot.
Same here. Now, Derek, this is going to be an interest. Levasseur, yes, he's one of the greatest of all time. And I know that he's on your list, but right now, his popularity with Investigation Discovery is taking off.
Yeah, so I feel like, you're right, yeah.
But at the same time, I think Derek would come back. He would come back if Dan gets come back. And I remember hearing a conversation with him and Dan on Dan's YouTube anniversary video. He said that he would come back if interested.
Yeah, I really think he should, and I feel like Derek has tried to keep a good reputation with him and CBS. He hasn't really tried to really mess with anything. He's really been trying to keep a good reputation because I feel like he wants to come back. So,
but now here's somebody that on your list that has had a chance to put the middle finger to CBS, but now I think has now reconsidered it. Zach Rance.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I remember a few years back, he just kind of had a meltdown or something like that. He just went off social media. I don't know what his deal is. I know he's into real estate now. I hope I'm getting that right. But I really would like to see Zach Rance back. he was just such an outspoken player. Like, he just said whatever was on his mind. He made season 16 so entertaining. Yeah, it's just it would be so crazy to see him back.
And I think with my vendetta, okay, guys, I'm going to spoil it for you. I created Vendetta's Twist with mine, and there's no way we would not have a Vendetta's Twist if Zach Renske out without either Christine,
Oh yeah,
or Devin.
Yeah.
But
yeah, with Devin, yeah.
But the wild card would be Frankie, I gotta say, because I don't know what their relationship is like.
Yeah, I don't think Frankie. I don't know. I really don't know if Frankie would do it again. And if Frankie was on it, I really don't want to see Zach and Frankie on the same season because I really feel like it would be unfair. I feel like Zach should have the chance to be on the show without Frankie because it kind of ruined him last time. So
let me tell you why I'm picking Frankie, and I know I've gotten a lot of hate on social media. Frankie, 4 head of households.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Battle of the block by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Made it to Final 5 with his grandfather, the only person that accepted him before when he came out, dying in the house.
Yeah.
In the season. Yeah, I get it with Derek, but at the same time, Frankie has really, love him or hate him, made a mark on the game.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention, he's also also a celebrity Big Brother UK alum.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I watched that season. That season was good.
And I think a finale, with a twist, I was thinking Stephen Bear. Because Bear has a fan base with the challenge.
Yeah.
And Frankie and Bear really duked it out at times during that season.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So that Vendetta twist, I think Bear would have been, if Frankie had get back, there's no way, Frankie doesn't have a grudge against somebody unless they have Devin or Christine, but Bear would be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so let's move on to your final 3.
All right, so the last 3 I have Jason from Big Brother 17 and Over the Top. I feel like I was saying this earlier, but I feel like Jason, he really got a raw deal in Over the Top as well. I feel like now, and this isn't to discredit Morgan or anything like that, but I feel like Jason probably should have won, and I feel like if it wasn't a fan vote, I feel like he definitely would have won. Jason's just a really smart player, and I feel that he was definitely robbed in season 17. We know that. He definitely had potential to go really far in season 17. And in Over the Top, I feel like he shouldn't have even been there, honestly, in the first place. I feel like Over the Top should have just been a fresh cast. I feel like he shouldn't have been there. But yeah, I feel like All Stars, he definitely redeem himself.
And that would also, and if Frankie says no, Jason would be good to fill in that role.
Yeah.
But if you had Frankie and Jason in their same time, no. Because the thing is, Jason, we know Jason's gameplay, he would definitely target Frankie.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Because the thing is, back to Frankie, I have to admire what he's done over the past couple of years, getting over his demons. And, with those soul cycles across the state of California, those are definitely inspiring.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we know that if Frankie does make it into the house, there's one house guest that's going to be so polarizing that I don't think he would be able, the spotlight would be on him, and that's our good friend Paul Abrahamian.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be really interesting to see Paul on for a 3rd time. And I know people always joke around saying oh, Paul's going to return to the game, all that stuff. Every season, every time season 20, season 21 was coming around. But yeah, I feel like Paul definitely. I feel like he deserves a 3rd shot. Why not? Why not?
And here's the thing, with my little Vendetta's twist that I'm throwing in there. There's no way the Nixons have an axe to grind with him. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what happened, but I think Paul has better be careful because if either one Nixon is in the house in the grounds of power, he could be going home very early.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the thing is, what I say with Paul and Cody Nixon, yes, I do. I disagree with Cody a lot, especially his trans with his LGBT things.
Oh, yeah.
He's very anti-LGBT, which I really wanted. Imagine Cody in a house with someone like a Marcellus.
Or even Frankie.
Or Frankie.
Yeah.
There is or Christy. There is no way they're not letting, or even Christy, there's no way they're going to let Cody walk all over them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true.
Alrighty, so, however, the thing is, do you think it's going to be like Chilltown if we bring back our last mutual player, Victor?
Yeah, so Victor, I think, and I put Victor in there because I put Nicole Franzel. It'd be really interesting to see a married couple in the house. Like, that's never been done before, I don't think. Well, no, because Brendan and Rachel were engaged when they got on. But it'd be really cool to see a married couple. They don't have kids, so it's like, wow. That'd be really interesting to see them having to maybe turn on each other. Like, that'd be really crazy. Also, Victor, astounding player. Also, him and Paul being back in the house, that would be crazy.
Would they be there would be our generation's Chilltown.
Yeah, I was literally thinking that when I was making this list. It would be this generation's Chilltown. Because they're just the duo, you know what I mean? Like, they, you know?
Alrighty, guys, ready for my all-star list?
Yeah, let's go through yours.
Okay, I'm going to go on the players that have not been mentioned, because we've mentioned them a lot.
Okay.
Amanda Zuckerman, somebody that I think that I've even talked to Rob Cesternino, someone that has been given a raw deal. Just because she's affiliated with Season 15 doesn't mean that she can come back. If they're bringing in McCrae and incorporating McCrae more often, then you can have Amanda Zuckerman back in that house. One of the best females to ever play the game.
Yeah.
Brittany, we talked about. Dave Vaughn, oh my God, she jumps the house in. And she's found over the past 2 seasons on Challenge, she's really grew. And I think with Dave Vaughn, anything will go.
And I think now I don't know if I heard this wrong or I heard it from someone, but apparently if you're on the challenge, you can't get on, like, if you were just on like any of these past few seasons of the challenge, you can't get on Big Brother or something like that. Like, they just ruined their contract or something like that. Like, I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't think so, because CBS and Viacom are merging.
Oh, okay.
So that could potentially play some issues.
Okay.
So anyway, Dan Giesling we talked about. I love Dan. I think if Dan given the opportunity, he would definitely come back. Danielle Rez. I know she played in this. She's a legend, and you cannot celebrate the 20th anniversary without your legends.
Yeah, that's true.
And Danielle is someone that I think needs to come back one more time so she can at least win.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Stein, absolutely. Frankie, Janelle. I want Janelle to be a break-up record 4 times.
I really would love to see Janelle on another season. I recently watched season 6 and 7 for the first time. I'd never seen them before this year, and I gotta say that I had really overlooked Janelle from not watching her original seasons. I really think that she was such a great player. Like, she played a phenomenal game in both of her seasons. I think that, I would really like to see her on another season.
Awesome. Jesse Goddard, absolutely. One of the best persons that I think house guests of all time. Most memorable, and if we had a Vendettas twist, I think Rennie would definitely be marching in for... Yeah,
definitely.
Or even Jeff. But the thing is, with Jeff, it'd be tough because Jeff could be under contract with CBS, and that would not work because Jeff has to honor CBS.
Yeah.
June Song is someone that I think one of the greatest villainesses ever to play the game and to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
She's been so quiet.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think, and even Dalton Ross named her one of the top 6 winners of all time when he ranked all the winners.
Okay.
So I know that I made a list that included June, and she quoted with it, laughed, cried, vomited, and throw a chair. Which would perfectly make sense. But June, if you're listening, you and Danielle will run this game.
Yeah.
If you two team up again, you would run this game.
Mm-hmm.
Marcellus, he is someone I think of the Legends cast, someone that I think needs another chance to come back.
That's true, yeah.
Morgan, I think, needs some... I would love to see Morgan back. Because Morgan, she's part of the digital universe of the Over the Top, and I think she told me that she would be very interested in coming back and playing with the cast.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to see what she does too. Yeah.
Nicole is someone that I think, Anthony, absolutely.
Yeah.
I brought in Omarosa.
Okay.
Let me tell you why I brought in Omarosa. She made headlines with all of her revelations on Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah.
And with Vanessa pregnant, Omarosa is the only woman that would be able to meet not only